Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am going to be doing a quick check-in, a reset and restuff of my purse, and then two of the games that I said last week. We've got Dilly Dally Dots, Fill the Dots from Dilly Dally Budgets, that is, and Candy Skies from Violet Moon Budgets that I want to play. And then I will be showing you a few new products that are coming to my Etsy. I think they'll actually be live when this video goes up. So yeah, a few people have asked about some of these things, so I'm excited to show you that. So let's just get on with it. So I've zoomed you in so you can see my spending for the last week, and I filmed last Saturday, and after I filmed we went to Sainsbury's and I picked up some more groceries, so that was £14.94. And the next day, the Sunday, was a no spend. I've mentioned before, I like the idea of no spends, and I see people on Instagram track their no spend days, and it's incredible to me when they have more no spends than spends in a month. I just am not organised for that. I'd love to be, but I know I always do my petrol on a Monday, so that day, I mean, I guess I could count it as a no spend if I don't buy anything else that wasn't expected, but it's almost like a bill for me. There will always be petrol on a Monday, and most of the time, until I sort of had a few, which I guess goes to show me that I can do it, Sunday would always be my food shop day, so there would always be that day. And then, I mean, I could try better throughout the week, couldn't I? But I'm not actually that bothered about no spends, really. I feel like it's a nice tick box to have, but as long as you're not going wildly over budget, I think it's not that important, in my opinion anyway. But moving on then. So on Monday, I got petrol, so that is here. That was £27 and an annoying penny. £7.65 then spent in Tesco. Do you know what? Monday seems like forever ago. That would have been the Tesco around the corner. I think I just got tea. I know it's groceries. It's only ever going to be groceries in the Tesco around the corner. I just can't remember what I got. That was groceries. £1.65 in the post office. That was a stamp. How crazy. Show my age here. When I first started working, I worked at Paper Chase and we sold stamps. And I swear a first class stamp was 27p, which, if I'm wrong, makes me sound like I'm at 80 or something. Like I've gone back that far, but I'm sure that's how much a first class stamp is. So £1.65 now is insane. But yeah, miscellaneous that came out of. Next day, All Beauty, I bought my nighttime face cream had run out, so that was that. That's Fun and Beauty. And then £5.32 in the Co-op. You all know by now that is just work spends. I can't remember what I got, but yep. To be fair, my ramble about having no spends, I have been trying to be better at not wasting a lot of money in the Co-op. I did a roundup on my Instagram of how much I'd spent last week, and that's something I'm hoping to do in future, just like a little visual of what I've spent. And actually that opened my eyes more than this, because it turned out I had spent something like £17.75, I think it was, on work spends, which is a ludicrous amount to spend in 1 week when I've got groceries as well. So I really made a conscious effort this week to not do that, and I did succeed, so we'll get to that. On Wednesday I spent £20. Lily Rain Designs has announced she's got a Valentine's Day box coming out, a mystery box, and you know I'm a sucker for her designs and stuff, so I ordered that. That is technically unbudgeted, although it did come out of my buffer, so it's fine. One thing you're going to see about me, because I am trying to be much more transparent with my money this year, I have got the money in my fun pot, but I don't want to spend it because I know what I'm like. I'll deplete the fun pot and then not lose track, but sort of lose track. I don't know if that makes sense to people. I like to see that I've got some in there, because then I can really focus on budgeting that. Do you know what? It might get to the end of the month, there's £20 left and I can pay myself back. But I would rather take that out of my buffer and sort of have it completely separately and then still keep track of the rest of my fun pot, rather than I sort of fear that I'll just become completely like, oh, well, I've blown it now. It doesn't matter. Does that make sense to anyone? So if it gets to the end of the month, I don't know if you guys are like me. I will always find something to want, and it's always a struggle. So I've got, what, 2 more weekends until payday. To be fair, weekends aren't the problem so much anymore. I don't go out shopping. I don't go to the shops at the weekends like I used to. But yeah, that's unbudgeted. It's not technically, I haven't gone into debt for it. It's from my buffer, but just in all honesty, because when I show you my purse, some people might think, well, why aren't you just taking that money? Why aren't you just deducting it from your fun pot? Valid question, but hopefully that explains why. ASOS, then after that, I bought £15. That was on my cleanser, so that came out of Beauty. I don't know why I've split these actually. I thought they were a different colour, but Fun and Beauty are both pink, so I didn't need to do this. £44. Another thing to know about me is I'm a sucker for a coat or a jacket. I saw a jacket on there, I bought it, I don't like it, it's being returned. I need to go to the post office on Monday and do that. So that £44 will come back into my budget, but for now it's not there because I've spent it. Then Thursday, £5.25 in Co-op and £2 in Budgeons. Those are both shops near where I work. I went for Pepsi Max in Co-op. I think I bought a meal deal because I'm always saying this, aren't I? Like, I wasn't feeling well. I just bought a meal deal, no excuse. But they didn't have any Pepsi Max, so Budgeons, we went and got Pepsi Max. And then Friday, I bought a bread roll to have for my lunch at work. That was 45p in the Co-op. Which brings us to today, and I spent £9.61 in Tesco's earlier, just on some bits and pieces for lunch and the weekend. So as weeks go, not that bad. I mean, this wasn't a great thing. Do you know when you make a purchase and you feel a bit icky about it? So I'm glad the coat's come and I don't like it, because I was feeling a bit, I shouldn't have bought that. Again, it's that thing of, I think I mentioned when I stuffed my purse last week, I've put extra money in because I know I'm buying one thing that's about £60. So when I then spent this, that was it, my budget was gone, which kind of leads into what I was saying. I then started to feel a bit, which is why Lily Rain Designs came out of unbudgeted. But yeah, I'm glad the jacket came. It's going back. That money's back into circulation. I'm feeling a lot calmer about it. And I feel like this is something I need to remember when I want to make an impulse purchase. How am I going to feel when that money's gone? Because like you'll see in a second, my beauty fund is pretty much gone. And I feel fine because that's what it's there for. But with fun, I guess it's the element of unknown. What am I going to see that month that I want to buy? I'm really rambly today. Sorry, guys. But anyway, that is how last week's spending went. So apologies if everything looks different. Basically, it's the next day when I film this. It turns out that every time I thought I was filming, because I do it in short bursts, because otherwise it was a nightmare getting the clips into the editing software. So I do things in bursts, and it turns out that every time I thought I was hitting record, I was just stopping. So I was recording for like a second at a time. So that was really frustrating. But I've reset everything as much as I can remember. So I'm just going to go through that again. I've got a terrible headache today. I've actually been in bed. So if I'm a bit flat and not quite with it, now you know why. But let's get on with resetting my purse. That's what I did next. Okay, so in my Saffiano, beauty needs to be changed. I'll do that shortly. But I know that groceries has £10 from last week, so I will take that out and put it to one side. Petrol, as you saw, I spent £27 and a penny, so there is some change in my purse that I will use. I tend to keep it all in there until the end of the month, actually, but if I need it for challenges, the two that I stuff in the middle, I will take it from there. So beauty had 50. I have spent probably about 45 of it, not quite, but we'll just call it 45. So I'll take that out and put a £5 placeholder in. Eating out, we've got dinner book club this week, so that is still fully funded at 25. Do you call it fully funded when it's just not been touched? Regardless, still 25 in there, and that will stay in there. Fun, as you saw, I spent a chunk of this money, so I'm going to take this out, and I have already prepared another one actually. So I did have £108.83 in there, and I have now got 64.43. But that will change again. I'm gonna, as I said, it's Sunday now, so I'm going to take the jacket that I bought to the post office tomorrow, and luckily ASOS are quite quick, aren't they, with refunds. I ordered something from In The Style. I've never ordered from there before, but basically something I wanted from there was full price on ASOS, or like £15 from In The Style. So I bought it from their website, bought it in 2 sizes. They charged an admin fee of £2.50 to return it, annoying but fine. But I posted it back on the 6th of January, and I've only had the refund back this week, which is just too long if you ask me. But annoyingly, it was a tracked 48 postage thing, and I thought In The Style were just lying, because I think it was like the 16th when they confirmed it had arrived in their warehouse. But no, it took the Royal Mail 10 days to take that back, which just seems mad to me because other stuff seems to be going through fine. So I don't know why that took so long, but ramble aside, £64.43 left in fun. Groceries, I took that £10 out, and that is getting 30 again for the next week, and it has already had £15 in my Starling bank account. And then petrol is getting the last £30 ready to fill up tomorrow. And that is everything in the purse. Now, the next thing I did is something that I can't recreate, and that was, well, I could, but it would be disingenuous. I did fill the dots from Dilly Dally Budgets. I rolled another 2, so stuffed another £2 in there. So that's that in there now. And then Candy Skies, I did reset this because I thought it was boring if I just told you what I'd done. So I remembered what I'd done with this and put it back before. So basically, the next step we have, move forward, is save £8. I've just realised as well, next week is save 15, so I'm not looking forward to that because I'm conscious that I'm not going to finish this. So I think actually what I'll do in retrospect is, although it's the month, I'm going to do it for that payday, and I get paid mid-month, so this will actually run until the middle of February for me, so I do have a bit more time. But anywho, save £8 this was, so I'm going to take £5 out. Let me get this straight in my head. Take £5 out, and then I know I've got £3 in my purse. Oops. So I'm going to put the 10 from groceries with £3. So that's, I took £5 out, I'm adding 8, so in total 13 to go in there. And I did count this at the time yesterday because I didn't believe myself. But that is that one done, and I'm pleased with how this is coming along. Actually, I think it's quite good for me to be filming it on here because I very easily just think, oh, I'll just put that off and I'll just do that next time. But filming it means I do actually do it, and obviously then it means I am very likely to complete it. To be fair, I do complete things once I set my mind to it, but if it's quite a big one like this, and Dilly Dally Dots, to be fair, that's a bit of a whopper, isn't it? I'm very good at just giving up halfway through, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, I'm pleased with how they're coming along. Oh, and I'm just going to put that £5 at the back here, and any leftover bits in the back will be used for a game day in a couple of weeks when I get paid. And then the last thing that I filmed yesterday was just a bit of a preview of some bits that have gone into my shop over the last few weeks. So I had a bit of a lull where I wasn't really designing anything. I just didn't really have any motivation. But as I was trying to build my seasonal binders for the year and thinking about what I needed, it kind of gave me a bit of an oomph to do some designing. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you some new challenges. So let's start with a couple that were in the Save the Dough mystery boxes I did. And I just loved some of the challenges, and I didn't want them to just be gone once the box had sold out. So I've not redone anything. I've re-released a couple of the challenges that were my favourite from there. So the first one is Bready Steady Go, and this comes with the vinyl logo wallet, and it is a board game type one, which I always love these. You need to dice for this, and you just roll the dice and move around the board, obviously saving as you go, and I just think it's a really sweet one. That's something that I'd like to do in the future, actually. So that is the first one. And then the second one is this kitchen cleanup, a bit of an I Spy pairs type one. So tick off the pairs and you save £2 for each pair, and it saves a total of £40. So that one is also available now on my Etsy. And then these are some that I did redesign from the Save That Dough mystery box. I had a baking themed word search within that, and I thought I would redo them to go with the seasons. So these are ones that I will be doing. I'm not going to do the winter one until the end of the year. But yeah, these are ones that I will also be doing, and I really like the way they turned out. So you've got a pastel sort of theme, a pastel themed spring one. You've got a summery one. I really like this one. You've got an autumn one, and then a Christmas one. Not a Christmas one, sorry, a winter one. And it's £2 for every word you find. And I think, yeah, it saves £30. I'm so bad for remembering. No, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 30. I'm awful for remembering how much things are. I should really start writing on them how much you save. I do it on some, but not on everything. So yeah, those are the next things. Then another one that I'm really excited about are these mini booklets. So let me just grab, actually, you would have already seen, perhaps, I do an autumn one. So here's the autumn one with the zipper wallet with autumn written on it. And here is the autumn mini challenges. So you've got sweater weather, hey pumpkin, campfire cuties, the whole hog, witch please, and fireworks night funds. And the idea with this is that you roll a dice and then you head to that challenge within the little collection. So that is the autumn one. That was always, I say always, that's been available on my Etsy for a while now, but I have expanded. So we have got spring, which has this zipper wallet with the spring logo. They all come as standard with the wallet. That's just how the set comes. So you've got, yeah, spring here. I really like, well, I like all of them, but within each one there are a few that have my heart. So we've got spring, and you've got the love bug challenge. I think this is so cute. You've got feeling lucky. Check this out. Oh, I'm holding that in a really awkward way. Check this out. Savings extravaganza, floral funds, and sunshine and showers. And that one has, oh, why can't my hands, honestly this headache has just wiped me out. That's got the little purple key ring. So that's spring. Summer then has a pink shell themed wallet, and you've got summer mini savings. So we have got life's a beach. Please ignore this hole, punched it on the wrong side just by accident. You will not receive it with the hole on the wrong side if you order one. Shell yeah, happy hour with the cocktails, save that lolly, don't get crabby. I enjoy this one a lot. I like his little face. And whale wonga. So that's summer. And then winter has this holographic blue vinyl on the front. And in the challenges, you've got Baby It's Cold Outside, Snowman Savings, Let It Snow, Candy Cane Lane, It's Lit. Side note, if you spot this, that's really annoying. It doesn't go to the end. It has been fixed. I just didn't realise it at the time of printing. So that is to the end in the final design. It's not annoying in real life. And then Ho Ho Hustle. And this has a cute little sort of minty green ring. So that is all of those. Last up is something that I've been asked about a lot, and it took me a while to get it up and running because thinking of the logistics of how this would actually work as a listing on Etsy was a whole headache in itself. But it is the placeholders that I use, and these honestly have changed how I do my cash stuffing. It was quite frustrating's a bit strong, but for me to have physical cash and then loads of wallets that were just empty. Wallets that I'd bought in the past, actually, when it was easier to have more cash. I think we can all agree that it's becoming harder and harder to spend cash in the world these days. So I had all these wallets with the best intentions and then couldn't use half of them. So this has been a really good way of me getting use out of those wallets, but also keeping track of what's in my bank. So yeah, these are now for sale on my Etsy, available in sets of 4, so you can buy in any combination you want, with your own pictures on, and there's the holographic overlay available with overlay or without. So you can buy a set of 4, you could buy a set of 12, or you could buy the full set of 20, because I am aware there's 5 designs, but I also thought this one, let's start with this one, which is the custom one where you can write the amount on, might not be for everyone. But this is the dot overlay. I hope you can see that. It's sort of like almost a pixelated shimmer. So there's that one. There is, let's work backwards, 50, which I didn't have before. And if you watch my last cash stuffing, it was really difficult because I was running out of so many of the notes. So I made a 50, and this has the rainbow overlay on, which all of mine do. That's Dudley again there. So that's 50. And then 20, I really like how this one turned out. This has got the shatter overlay. So like this sort of geometric hologram. It's holographic. Is that a hologram? Or does that word mean the same thing? But anywho, yeah, there's this one. And then you've got 10s with the stars on. I hope you can see. I think we haven't all seen stars, but stars, you see a lot of things with stars on the star overlay. So yeah, there's that one. And then 5, I've got the holograph, the rainbow effect on this one as well. So yeah, I hope you like those. A lot of people have asked me about them. If you do have any questions, I'm aware that the Etsy listing, because there's so many, as I say, variables, is quite confusing. So if you've got any questions, please do just reach out in there and I would be happy to chat them through. So yeah, that is everything that I think I missed off last time. In fact, we might be using the outro from last time. We'll see how this works out, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope your budgets are going well. I think for a lot of people, has it been payday or is that coming up next week? Let me know. And yeah, oh, I also want to say I'm very close to 200 subscribers on here. So thank you all very much. That happened quicker than I thought it would. So yeah, thank you all for your support. And don't forget, there is a giveaway over on my Instagram, which is budgetgalsuk. That runs until next Sunday night. So please do feel free to go over there and enter, and I will see you again soon for another video.